And I got involved in network marketing a little over 20 years ago, and it completely changed my life. For a few years when I was younger, I used to wake up every morning, drive to work hard, to finish, go home, and I knew there had to be a better way, and somehow I got lucky and found network marketing. And I've been doing this now for over 20 years, and I've had a lot of successes and a lot of failures. And about 3.5 years ago, almost 4 years ago, I heard about Bitcoin for the first time. I love the idea of Bitcoin, and it took me about 3 days of studying Bitcoin to figure out that this could really change the world. And then when I figured out that the really special thing about Bitcoin is that it's a distributed network, and that every 10 minutes new Bitcoin was being created, going to people that were helping support the network. I was trying to figure out how to make money with Bitcoin, but I was not a big investor and I was not a programmer.
Взаимодействие платформы CoinPay. Сейчас просто краткая история от Раса.
Have a bunch of us put in a little bit of money and start buying equipment and start mining Bitcoin on our own. So I started calling some of my friends like Joe and James and different people like that, and I told them what I had figured out about Bitcoin. And I told them what got me excited about Bitcoin. And I told them the idea of us like bringing in money and buying computer equipment and mining Bitcoin and then just sharing the Bitcoin that we mine with all the members. Basically everybody that I talked to told me they thought I was a little bit crazy. But they also said, this sounds like it's just crazy enough to work. The good news is that my friends are really great network marketers. So we got BitClub started, and we just started talking to a few, who talked to a few, who talked to a few, and now we have this. And I'm going to show you guys some stuff here online in just a few minutes, not yet. But everybody that's here is basically a friend of a friend of a friend of mine. And what's so fun is that I remember meeting quite a few of you 3 years ago. The people that heard about BitClub Network 3 years ago and took it serious, basically all of them are rich now. Almost all of the monster builders and mega monster builders have more money than they can ever spend the rest of their lives. Yes. And I feel good and bad that there are people that heard about this 3 years ago, but they did not take it serious. A lot of those people are now starting to wake up and take BitClub Network serious. There are people, as you guys know, signing up every day. Some of them will take it serious. Some of them will not. There are people in this room that started about 1 year ago and have already made millions of dollars. If you are brand new, please do not wait 3 years to take this serious.
Got it.
All right, so I want to cover a few things for everybody. Tell you a little bit about the mining hardware that we've already purchased. And also, I have CoinPay on the laptop. I'm going to show you guys that here in just a few minutes. And I even have CoinPay app on my phone. I'm going to show you that also. All right, so first thing, we have 160 petahash coming online right now. In 3 or 4 weeks from now, we'll have another 200 petahash coming online. End of January, we will have 240 petahash coming online. The end of February, another 240 petahash coming online. So if you guys watch the chart on blockchain.info to see like how big a percentage we are. Over the next few months, you're going to see that go bigger, bigger, bigger. Then also for GPUs, we have purchased a lot of GPU mining power.
What do you mean?
We're waiting for the last batch to come online over the next few weeks. At that point, we will have almost 11 terahash running. To give you an idea, that's about $200 million worth of GPUs. And we have a facility now in China. It's 13 buildings that are each 3 stories tall. Over the next couple of months, we'll get some new videos of that facility. We've also already broken ground and we're signing contracts with a very awesome facility for all of the power that's coming online for January and February. And that is a 200 megawatt facility. So that facility will hold between, I think it's right at about 1,400 petahash. Our biggest problem right now is finding facilities big enough to hold our equipment and finding enough power to run all of this equipment. You all are getting way too good at what you do and teaching people about BitClub Network. All right, so I want to show a few things to everybody. Can we turn on? Okay, there we go. So this is blockchain.info. So since we've started BitClub Network, we've mined a lot of Bitcoin. So here's some blocks that we have mined. And as you guys know, we cannot fake this stuff. There's a lot of scams out there that are always trying to fake people out. I love Bitcoin because this is just completely transparent. So this is our mining wallet. And we have mined 64,000 Bitcoin through BitClub Network. So that is $700 million that we've mined that's been paid out to our members. Also, you guys know we started ClubCoin, right? And if you remember, we did not sell ClubCoin, we gave it away for free. Right now, the market cap, that's $568 million. That's almost $1.3 billion that's been paid out to BitClub Network members. That's only mining and ClubCoin. That's not even the commissions. So
what's up, Mike?
What's really amazing, that is always amazing to me, is that we have not brought in $1 billion, but we have paid out more than $1 billion. I'm pretty sure that's never happened in the history of network marketing. Yeah. The good news for all of you that are brand new, we're actually just getting started. So far, we've just been a little mining operation. Phase 2, we become Visa. Woo! 1 billion, no good. We want 100 billion.
수조 원의 시장을 바라보고 일을 합니다.
Let's go!
Alright, so this is CoinPay, and the CoinPay app.
There we go.
There we go. So here's CoinPay.
이 코인페이죠. 앱입니다.
So we got invoices, a wallet, transactions. If you want to send money out, you got the QR code you can scan. Alright, so on this app, you can make invoices just on the fly, like anytime. So if somebody was working at a restaurant, they could set up an invoice for whatever the bill is, and it will make an invoice and a QR code on the spot. So in here, there's a lot of different things that can be done. Also, they can see all the invoices that have been created, or they can even create a new invoice on the fly. Now, there's a lot of different types of businesses. A business like a restaurant or a taxi company, they don't know what that amount is going to be until they finish eating or they finish their taxi ride. But some companies, like a store, might have stock and they know what all of their different items that they sell are and how much each one costs. And a lot of those, well, basically all those businesses online have a shopping cart where you pick what items you want to buy, puts it in a shopping cart. At the end, it tells you how much your bill is, and then you can pay with your Visa or MasterCard. All right, so this has the same type of capabilities, and most companies have web designers and programmers that work for them.
Not yet. We're still doing live. We're doing it live.
All of these different platforms, like the businesses selling products and the merchant platforms, they all have to have their computers talk to each other. Those connections are called API. Right, so we also have a whole set of APIs. And on here you can see there's a long list of different things that can be done. And these are all the instructions that programmers will use to get CoinPay to work with any website and everything linked together. So in here, there's many, many, many different instructions. And so programmers would go in here and look to see what they want to get done. And then so they would copy the code that they would need to embed into their website. And so all of this is set up to make it where our system can talk with any system out there. I know this looks very complicated. If you were selling merchant accounts for Visa, you would not have to learn this type of stuff. We already have a business that has been using CoinPay for a few weeks now. And they've done hundreds of invoices for hundreds of thousands of dollars, no issues. So we have a team that's working like just non-stop on this, making this easier and easier and easier for everybody to use. So we have been talking about this for like the last 2 years, and it is finally ready. So right now we have teams translating the entire thing into Korean, Japanese, and actually multiple different languages. And we're also working on all of the materials so that you can go to a business and have them watch a simple video that will explain to them what Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies are. Also, a video that will explain everything about CoinPay and how it can help their business. Then also the advertising platform so that anybody that you sign up on CoinPay can advertise to all the members of BitClub Network to bring them new business. And that's where ClubCoin will come in, because if they want to advertise to us, they have to give us a little discount if we pay with ClubCoin. And I know some of you sold your ClubCoin, and some of you bought a lot of ClubCoin. So you guys see ClubCoin's been going up a lot lately over the last 1 month. I think that is just getting started. Yes. Through this platform, we are going to create huge demand for ClubCoin, which is going to make that worth a lot of money. Okay, so I could literally talk about this for hours and hours and hours, but we do not have time today. But the whole platform is working, it's up and running right now. And then we'll also be coming out with the compensation plan for CoinPay.
또한 코인스크립이 되게 될 것입니다.
And what's really, really awesome about this is that most of us are sitting here because we can see the future. 30 years ago, nobody accepted Visa and MasterCard. And now, basically every business in the world accepts Visa and MasterCard. 25 years ago, almost nobody in this room was using the internet. And today, every single one of us use the internet every day. Now we know we can buy just about anything we want with Bitcoin right now, but it's not accepted everywhere yet. You cannot go into any store and buy a phone with Bitcoin yet, but you can search online and find the phone to pay with Bitcoin. If Bitcoin was accepted everywhere right now, we would have no opportunity. But right now, it's less than 1% of businesses will accept Bitcoin or cryptocurrencies. But we can see the future. Over the next 5, 6, 7 years, everybody's going to be accepting Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies. All of these businesses have to have a platform to accept Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies. Now, there's other platforms out there that are similar to CoinPay, but none of those platforms have an army to go out and sign up businesses for that platform.
Yeah.
That's where BitClub Network becomes the next Visa or MasterCard. All right, I got a question.
질문이 있습니다, 여러분께.
Who in here is part owner of CoinPay? Every single person in this room is part owner of CoinPay. So every single one of you could be part owner of the next Visa. Imagine that for a second. We also have a couple other surprises that I can't really talk about yet. I've worked for myself for over 20 years with no job. I've had good times and bad times, but I've always been free. I wake up when I want, go to bed when I want, and I have a lot of friends that make a lot of money in a lot of other network marketing companies. But so far, I have not found one legitimate network marketing company involved with cryptocurrency except BitClub Network. I bring this up because I hate hearing stories about people losing money all the time.
스캠이라는 거죠. 사기 행사라면요.
Always have a really good story. If they did not have a good story, no one would give them money. In BitClub Network, we don't tell any stories. We show facts like how much Bitcoin we've mined. So if somebody comes to you and says, hey, this MLM trading company, they're trading Bitcoins and other cryptocurrencies, we can make a lot of money. They are liars. If somebody tells you that they're involved with an MLM mining company that's better than BitClub, tell them, great, show me the proof and evidence of the Bitcoin that you're mining. And then they'll start giving you all the excuses on why they can't show you anything. We are all learning what Bitcoin is and what other cryptocurrencies are. You can't scam an educated person. Since we started BitClub Network, I tell everybody, stop selling, educate people. If somebody sells you, like if you sell somebody, they're just going to give you money one time. If you educate people about what we're doing and what Bitcoin is, you will change their entire mentality. 3 years ago, when we started BitClub Network, we were a small group of people that saw the vision of what Bitcoin could be and what BitClub Network could be. Almost all of us, when I say all of us, I mean a lot of people that are in this room today. Most of us had no money at all. We just had a vision of what we thought could be. When I think back to 3 years ago, every single person that I've known in here for 3 years and took this serious for 3 years, every single one of those people are millionaires today. Most of them are multi-millionaires. Some of them are even worth $20 and $30 million. We've created hundreds of millionaires in BitClub. The goal is 10,000 millionaires.
What's up, Thomas? There's Annie.
In 3 years from now, if you are not a millionaire, that will be your fault.
그건 여러분의 잘못입니다.
You have the opportunity right now that can make you a millionaire in the next 3 years. There's nothing else like this. Please, please take it serious. Okay, so how much more time I got? 5 minutes, 10 minutes? How do I say this? We're growing way too fast. Remember a few months ago we were having to limit it every hour how many sales we could allow? In January we might have to do the same thing again. And we cannot buy enough Bitcoin mining equipment fast enough. GPU mining equipment, we can buy plenty, no problem. Okay, so another thing that we just did is we just opened up a programming office, a development office in Europe. It's really hard to manage programmers that are all over the world. So now we just opened this office, we're hiring a bunch of people that will all be working in one place so we can really grow that team. So that office is not a BitClub Network office. It's a software development office that will have contracts with BitClub Network for development and CoinPay. All the other MLM cryptocurrency companies, they're all closing or looking for an escape route 1 year or 1.5 years after they start. And we've been going now for more than 3 years, and we're just now opening offices. Yeah, so that's why I say this really is still the beginning. And when we got started with BitClub, the price of Bitcoin was going down and went down from over $1,000 down to about $200. And we always talked about this dream that someday Bitcoin would be $10,000. And don't sell your Bitcoin, someday it's gonna be $10,000. A lot of you don't realize when Bitcoin was $200, one binary cycle was 1 Bitcoin. There were people that were making 100 or 150 or 200 Bitcoin a month. And a lot of those people did not sell their Bitcoin. Don't worry, Bitcoin is going to be $100,000. Yes? It's also going to be $500,000. And you all know we're involved also with Ethereum and Ethereum Classic and Zcash. All of those have huge potential also. And a lot of you also now know about Bitcoin Cash and Bitcoin Gold. So we see some huge opportunities there and might be doing some really cool things in the very near future. Yes. Last year we did a really big event like this. I was gone for 1 entire year. I come back and this is crazy amazing. I'm scared next year what this is going to be like here. Yeah, you guys, I don't know if we want to get a big stadium and put 25,000 people in it, but we might have to. That'd be good. Yes. All right, everybody, look, I really appreciate you guys coming here and seeing me today. Next year, we're going to do a really big event. And I love you guys. You're absolutely the most amazing people in the world.
놀라운 멋있는 분들입니다.
All right, thank you, everybody.
감사합니다, 여러분.